Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. To respect our alma mater, please rise for the university anthem.
Desakitu gosa urumaya suratina siat suwanda vidu kirana bedadena sarasandaki vidulakara udagina kalaniya sarasavi mata kalaniya sarasavi mata Isuru sadalana Dare jeeva ulbadavanno sindana Kalaniya sarasavi mata Kalaniya sarasavi mata Siya desakitu gosa urumaya suratina Siya suwanda vidu kirana bedadena vidulakara udagina kalaniya sarasavi mata kalaniya sarasavi mata Turunana guna Yugayan yugayata Dayata tilinatara Karu pirivara saha mululova sarasana Kalaniya sarasavi mata Vidu ambare babaleva Siya desakitu gosa urumaya suratina Siya suwanda vidu kirana bedadena sarasandaki vidulakara udagina kalaniya sarasavi mata vidu ambare babaleva
Thank you all. We warmly welcome you all for the 10th International Conference on Business and Information 2019. In this year, Icbi 2019 holds its significance with its conduct of 10th time after successfully organizing remarkable 9 conferences continuously. Icbi is an annual conference organized by Faculty of Commerce and Management Studies with timely themes, and today the conference will walk you through the theme Business Transformation in Emerging Technology Landscape. The goal of Icbi 2019 is to bring leading academics, researchers and scholars to exchange and share their experience and research result on all spheres of management to a common platform. So, the Faculty of Commerce and Management Studies of University of California provides an opportunity to the management researchers, academicians and practitioners to enhance their research knowledge, abilities and skills through Icbi. So, I invite you all to make much of joy and memories to be recalled at this conference in years to come.
Sri Lanka is an island country in South Asia, located in the Indian Ocean. Sri Lanka's documented history spans 3,000 years, with evidence of prehistoric human settlements dating back to at least 125,000 years. It has a rich cultural heritage in the first known Buddhist writings of Sri Lanka. Sector universities in Sri Lanka. The university has its origin in the historic Vidyalankara Pirivana, founded in 1875 as a center of learning for Buddhist monks, and today it has become one of the largest higher educational institutes in the region, comprising 12,000 local and foreign undergraduates, 2,631 local and foreign postgraduates, and 90,000 plus distant mode undergraduates. Faculty of Commerce and Management Studies is one of the youngest faculties in the university, comprising more than 2,000 students. Icbi 2019 is the 10th of consecutive Icbis since 2010. Icbi 2010. Researching Realities of Management Phenomenon, Conference Chair, Senior Professor RPC Ranjani, Conference Coordinator, Dr. Ajit Medis, Keynote Speaker, Professor DK Gupta. Icbi 2011. Steering Excellence of Business Knowledge, Conference Chair, Senior Professor RPC Ranjani, Conference Coordinator, Professor DM Semzenhao, Keynote Speaker, Professor Gur Davidson. Icbi 2012 Challenges and Opportunities in the 21st Century, Conference Chair, Senior Professor RPC Ranjani, Conference Co-Chair, Dr. C&P Kramezenhao, Conference Co-Chair, Dr. M.W. Maduraparuma, Keynote Speaker, Dr. K. Mathai. Icbi 2013 Developing Business for Growth. Fernando. Icbi 2019 Business Transformation in Emerging Technology Landscape, Conference Chair, Senior Professor RPC Ranjani, Conference Co-Chair, Dr. Ajit Medis, Keynote Speaker, Dr. PK Banerjee, 10th International Conference on Business and Information.
Now, I am much honored to invite all the dignitaries to take their respective seats at the head table. Ladies and gentlemen, #IZBI 2019 is being launched on #IZBI. So if you wish to you can use the hashtag of the IZBI. Today, the chair of IZBI 2019 is the founder chair of IZBI, which brings a significance for today's conference. Ladies and gentlemen, let me invite Senior Professor Chitra Ranjani to formally welcome the gathering.
Professor D.M. Semasinghe, Vice Chancellor, University of Kelaniya, and today Chief Guest of the event. Senior Professor Lakshman Seneviratne, Deputy Vice Chancellor, University of Kelaniya. Dr. P.N.D. Fernando, Dean, Faculty of Commerce and Management Studies. Professor Aryaratna Jayamaha, Dean, Faculty of Graduate Studies. Professor Bimali Jayawardena, Dean, Faculty of Science. Senior Professor N.P. Sunil Chandra, Chairman, Research Council. Professor Prashant Kumar Banerjee, today the keynote speaker of the conference, is the Director of the Research Development and Consultancy, Bangladesh Institute of Bank Management. All the heads of the departments, all the professors. Today we are having Dr. Jayasundara, Librarian of the University of Kelaniya, Mr. Nimal Herath, Acting Bursar of the University of Kelaniya, and Mrs. Yalegama, Acting Registrar of the University of Kelaniya. All the distinguished speakers, foreign delegates, plenary session panelists, all the paper presenters, academic staff and non-academic staff of the university, and ladies and gentlemen. A very good morning to everyone, and thank you for being with us for the 10th International Conference of Business and Information 2019. I consider it is a unique privilege given to me to extend to all our eminent speakers and delegates a warm welcome to ICBI 2019. We are indeed honored to have you here with us, and may this become an event to be recalled with much joy and nostalgia in the years to come. All transformations requires you to rethink how your enterprise creates value today and in the future. In other words, all transformations require you to think big, and also transforming your businesses does not necessarily mean that everything around you should be digitalized. Perhaps organizational leaders should understand that the technology is just a tool that should be guided by the broader business strategy. With that, I would gladly recall you the theme of this year's conference, Business Transformation in Emerging Technological Landscape. With many research activities now taking place on a global dimension, it is imperative to discuss positive approaches towards inculcating best research integrity practices, including examining the role of the academic publications in setting the standards for the integrity. Now, I would like to walk you through our ICBI memory lane, which commenced in 2010. The very first International Conference on Business and Information was organized by the Faculty of Commerce and Management Studies, which was chaired by myself and co-chaired by today's conference co-chair, Dr. Ajit Medis, under the theme of Researching Realities of Management Phenomenon. It was an opportunity for us to reinforce the research culture within our university while strategizing how we should inculcate responsible conduct in research. Following the success of that inaugural conference, we were able to encourage our young academics to engage more in research and continue the pathway that we already set for each consecutive year. Indeed, it is important to instill good values and practices early among our young researchers, starting at the undergraduate level. Not only should we guide them on what is inappropriate behavior, but more positively, we must educate them about best practices in research. Henceforth, each department in the Faculty of Commerce and Management Studies commences conducting student research symposia with the aim of developing research skills of the undergraduates who follow undergraduate degree programs in Faculty of Commerce and Management Studies. Similarly, at faculty level, a staff development program has been designed, which is now being continuously conducted to bring in the academic staff together to share the research knowledge among them. At university level, the Research Council of the University of Kelaniya was established in 2014 with the aim of promoting excellence in research among academics as well as undergraduates and postgraduate students and disseminating research findings both locally and internationally. This year, University of Kelaniya is celebrating its 60th anniversary. Over the past 60 years, we have evolved from being only a provider for higher education in Sri Lanka to becoming a top avenue for new knowledge, research, and practices in various disciplines. This conference, being organized for the 10th consecutive year, is certainly a wonderful addition to our calendar of 60th anniversary celebration activities. This year, we have received 107 full papers, and we had conducted double-blind review process, and we have rejected 29 papers due to plagiarism, non-compliance with the conference focus, and mismatching the stipulated standard of the conference. As we have finalized 78 full papers for the presentation at the conference, authors have 2 options for publication. Faculty of Commerce and Management is having 4 journals. Either you can publish in a journal or you can publish in SSR papers. I'd like to welcome.
But it is faster beating the slower. Very good morning to all of you. Professor D.M. Semasinghe, Vice Chancellor, University of Kelaniya, and Professor Prashant Kumar Banerjee, keynote speaker of the event, Professor Lakshman Senaviratne, Deputy Vice Chancellor, University of Kelaniya, Professor Ariyaratne Jayamaha, Dean Faculty of Graduate Studies, and Professor Bimali, Dean of the Science Faculty, and all the members of the head table, department heads, Deputy Registrar, and all the administrative officers, all the presenters, lecturers, academics, and ladies and gentlemen. It is a great pleasure to address you all in this morning, because we are in an era that we have to go faster rather than being slower. So that's what we learn from technology. And so over the past 35 years, so we have been tracking the ways in which technology and digital transformation are impacting the organizations. And year after year, so they are increasing the amount they allocated on digital transformation or information technology to be in the market to avoid the risk. That is what is going on. But every day, the world, especially the business world, that is shrinking. In 1958, the average lifespan of the organization calculated as 68 years. But today, average lifespan reduced to 18 years. So that's what has done the technology innovations. So all the people, those who are engaged with business, those who are engaged with industry, so they are under pressure. So what will happen with this transformation? So what will happen in this disruption in the world that is going on? So where everyone is very much keen to update themselves, otherwise they won't be able to be in the market. They won't be able to be in the society. So that is what we gain. But as academics, so we also missed some of the opportunities. So that's why in the management faculty about 10 years back, so we thought of having how we can use technology in business. As academics, how we can help to combine technology with business research. So we started international conference on business and information. Not only that, as a faculty, we started many undergraduate programs and many postgraduate programs which are in line with developing the career of students and professionals to develop their technological competencies in line with business. So that's how we dedicated as academic institution, as education institution to develop this area. So we know being just readers, being just learners will not resolve each and every problem. So we need some new knowledge, we need some new technology, we need innovations, which is backed by the industry in collaboration with academia. So that's what we're doing in this conference. For last 10 years we are doing it, and for this year also we are continuing with the same theme, the big picture, that is conference on business and information. So university, we are celebrating 60 years to this year. As a faculty, we are celebrating 25 years in 2020. If we take the history of management faculty and management education in Kelaniya University, that goes more than that. So we are having a responsibility link with the industry and develop new knowledge. For that, all the faculty members get together and all the academic partners get together and develop new themes and new innovations to go with the new knowledge. So we all are participating, all the participants, those who submit their documents, papers and presentations to this ICBI 2019. So we warmly welcome all of you as the Dean of the Faculty. And at the same time, I must thank Chair of the conference, Professor Pranjani, and Co-Chair of the conference, Dr. Ajit Medis, as well as the Secretary of the conference, Professor Susima Valigamagi, because with all support, collaborating with all the academics in the faculty, so they are doing a marvelous job. So that's why we can go with the very good publications, very good articles this time. And at the same time, I must thank to Chairman of the Research Council, Professor Sunil Chandra. He is always there to support us and going with the innovations. He is always encouraging us to go with the novel themes and the areas where we have to search. So with all that, I hope that we are contributing as a university, as a faculty, we are contributing to the knowledge creation. But whether we accept or not, so we are moving away from digital era. Now it's almost we are in the area of, we are moving towards pro-digital era. So hope all the participants will grab that opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now, I cordially invite Senior Professor N.P. Sunil Chandra, Chairman, Research Council, to share his view with us.
Good morning to all of you. Vice Chancellor, Professor D.M. Semsingha, the Chief Guest, Dr. P.N.D. Fernando, Dean of the Faculty of Commerce and Management, Deans of other faculties, Conference Chair, Senior Professor Chitra Ranjani and conference co-chair Dr. Icbi and the organizers of the conference, distinguished invitees, ladies and gentlemen. It's a great privilege to talk few words at this international conference. I have to say, this is my third consecutive conference I participate, and I can see the development of your conference with so much of energetic academic staff. The researchers gather here to present their research done over the year. I'm also happy to see your faculty has a lot of eminent senior academics who can guide the young, talented, energetic staff. The Research Council, the University of California, through the Research Council, support academics, encourage them to provide, do research and also to publish research. And the research culture, which was started in 2014, has been maintained and sustained by you. And also now we can see that you have quality research. I think last 2-3 years we have been struggling how to produce quality research. I think your research center is taking a lot of effort to improve that. The quality research is very important both nationally as well as internationally. And as you know, you are addressing some of the issues, and you have to address these issues, especially to be in line with UN Sustainable Development Goals. I think in your field, like in science and medicine, you also have a role in contributing to the society, to social development and economic development of our people. I think I can see the way that you are organizing and doing your work, you can achieve this goal in your field of specialty. Through the website, I learned that you are the second youngest faculty of the University of California. Despite that, you have, I think, emerging as one of the strongest faculty of the university. That is not only in teaching, but also in research. With regard to teaching, postgraduate teaching, you also have made a record by having so many number of students. As I gathered, you have something like 500 to 700 dissertations from the final year students, and which come out with nearly 500 abstracts. And this all will probably be surely going to full papers in index journals, which we always encourage to publish in Scopus index journals. So with all these improvements, I think you are doing a great job. I take this opportunity to thank the conference organizers, and I wish this conference all success. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Now I cordially invite the chief guest of today's conference, Professor Semasinga Disanayaka, Vice Chancellor, University of California, to share his valuable thoughts on this day.
Good morning, everyone. Dr. Narada Pranandu, Dean Faculty of Commerce and Management Studies. Professor Lakshman Siriyatha, Deputy Vice Chancellor of the University. Other Deans of the faculties, Professor Ranjani, Conference Chair, Dr. Medis, Professor Susima Veligamage, our keynote speaker, Professor Prasanta Kumar, Professor Sunil Chanda, Chairman, Research Council, heads of department, professors, all academics of the university and other universities, and invitees and researchers. First of all, I must thank organizing committee for inviting me to this 10th International Conference on Business and Information Conference. This ICBI, International Conference on Business and Information, is organized this year for the 10th consecutive time by the Faculty of Commerce and Management Studies. And it is a long time. Now after completing 10 years, now we have to look into whether there is a progress in research. We know that the organization part is very much developed. At the same time, we must look into whether there is a progress in research. I know that this conference is not confined to the faculty, but to the university, country and internationally. But as a faculty, we have to look into whether there is a progress in research. Definitely there is a progress. This progress can be measured by two measures. One is number of papers published. We know by looking at the research repository in the university, it has been rapidly increased. Number of papers. At the same time, we have to measure the quality of papers. Even though you have published hundreds of papers by each individual, the quality does not mean by themselves. You must have citation to measure the quality. So not only papers, but the quality also should be taken into account. We know that there are some people in the university, not in our faculty, though they are professors, they have no at least single citation. Now you can think of the quality of our academics. But now situation is becoming changed. I know that there are a lot of academics in this faculty who have exceeded hundreds of citations. Still I don't have. I am not a researcher yet anyway. But there are a number of people in the faculty who have exceeded 100 citations. This should be what we expect. 10 years back, I don't think there was one member who had citation. There may be you had. I'm sorry, Professor Susima is looking at me. She had. Anyway, very few people had citation now. I know almost all academics have citation. Among them, around 20 or 15% have more than 100 citations. Whatever, I must thank organizing committee for organizing this conference for the 10th consecutive time. Being the flagship of conference of the Faculty of Commerce and Management Studies, this time it is reported that 107 papers were received, out of which 79 papers were accepted. International research contribution can be seen. 5 papers have submitted by international researchers. This is another aspect we have to look in. This is the international conference. We have to entice more international researchers into this conference in coming years. At the same time, it is reported that papers related to the tracks of accounting and finance have dominated the conference. I don't know what the reason, because there may be a lot of finance and accounting people, but people in the other area should submit their papers. Either marketing, entrepreneurship, technology, HRM, other people also should publish papers. Further, it is reported that most of papers are quantitative papers. Yes, it is good, but equal importance should be given to qualitative papers. Both quantitative and qualitative are two aspects of doing researches in the current research arena. Anyway, I wish to congratulate all researchers for taking a step forward in presenting your studies to this conference. And I also would like to especially welcome the keynote speaker, Dr. Prasanta Kumar, Professor and Director, Research Development and Consultant at Bangladesh Institute of Bank and Management. Thank you very much, sir, for your coming to our university. At the same time, I must thank Dean of the Faculty of Commerce and Management, Dr. Narada Prananda, for overall organizing of the conference, and conference chair, Professor Ranjani, co-chair, Dr. Ajit Medis, and Professor Susima Valikimungi for taking initiatives to organize this 10th conference. Similarly, I congratulate all researchers who have come here to present their research papers. I wish this conference a great success. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. This time is dedicated for the keynote speech by Professor Prashant Kumar Banerjee, Director, Research Development and Consultancy, Bangladesh Institute of Bank Management. Dr. Prashant Kumar Banerjee is a professor and the Director, Research Development and Consultancy, Bangladesh Institute of Bank Management, a national training, research, consultancy and education institute of banking and finance of Bangladesh. He completed his PhD in finance from the Punjab University, India, and later on he did postdoctoral research in the area of corporate finance under Senior Fulbright Scholarship in the United States of America. Dr. Banerjee has developed a very distinguished career at the Bangladesh Institute of Bank Management, as he has held a number of academic and administrative positions on his way to the present level. Dr. Banerjee served with the King Faisal University, Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, as an associate professor between December 2009 and July 2011. He has remained associated with a number of top universities in Bangladesh to teach courses at the graduate programs. Dr. Banerjee has published in a number of reputed national and international journals, including the Journal of Developing Areas, Empirical Economics, the Journal of Energy and Development, Southwest Business and Economic Journal, Global Business and Finance Review, Finance India, and so on. Dr. Banerjee completed a number of consultancy works for the International Finance Corporation, World Bank Group as the lead consultant. Recently, Dr. Banerjee completed a consultancy work titled Financial Sector Strengthening Project of Afghanistan with Da Afghanistan Bank, Central Bank of Afghanistan. As recognition of his ability and potential, Dr. Banerjee has been awarded some prestigious academic and research rewards and fellowships. They include I Proclaim ARA 2017 Award as Distinguished Scientist, Bangladesh Education Leadership Award 2017 by Asian Confederations of Business with CMO Asia, Fulbright Postdoctoral Fellowship USA, University Grant Commission of India Fellowship, and so on. With a great honor, I would like to invite our keynote speaker of the day, Professor Prashant Kumar Banerjee, Director, Research Development and Consultancy, Bangladesh Institute of Bank Management, to lighten up this day.
Very respected Vice Chancellor, University of Kelania, Professor D.M. Semasinghe, Mr. Vice Chancellor of this university, Professor N.P. Sunil Chandra, Research Chairman Research Council, Dr. P.N.D. Fernando, Dean Faculty of Commerce and Management Studies, Senior Professor, RPC Ranjani, and Chair of this conference, Professor Susima, Secretary of 10th ICBI, respected academician sitting before me, students, distinct audience, ladies and gentlemen, journalists, very good morning to all. In the meantime, from the presentation, I noticed that several distinguished people delivered the keynote speech starting from the first conference till 10th conference. And I feel proud and consider it a great honor to add my name to that very select list. This conference has been started with the name of Bhagavan Buddha and Saraswati, So definitely we are expecting, who are sitting in the dais as well as in the audience, the output of this conference will go long way to make this country and other neighboring country to adjust with the upcoming trend, which is called virtual revolution. Distinguished guests, participants, ladies and gentlemen, let me congratulate Mr. Vice Chancellor, Pro Vice Chancellor, his team, and academician of this faculty, including students, for arranging such a very timely conference because of the linkage between the business and information. I would like to recognize the efforts everybody given for making this grand program a very success. As I have been requested to talk on business in the changing landscape of technology and information, let me start the keynote speech, what is printed in the brochure given to everybody. Friends, for the information, I'll be talking some very positive note. At the same time, I'll be placing some challenges before the policymaker as well as upcoming policy measures. So let me start with the introduction. The use of different kinds of emerging information technology, automation are transforming the business, very obvious. Like money, rapid advancement of technology tend to make the world go round. Everybody we are understanding, as everybody has the coin. In future, I may not be wrong if I say that today also, everybody is having the technology. So, like money, it will be changing the world and it will be shifting the world to the new height. To be brief, technology has become a crucial and indispensable part of the almost every kind of business. Without technology adoption, companies can no longer survive in increasingly competitive global world environment. Moreover, technology allows companies to improve both performance and overall effectiveness of product, systems, services that in turn enable quick business expansion and efficiency too. Technology impacts business operation, productivity, profitability, and sustainability, which is eagerly expected by the corporate world. Application of numerous tools of modern technology accelerate effective and timely communication with all parties and stakeholders involved. Speedy flows of relevant and reliable information in time and management thereof help strategic planning process to support marketing efforts. The information gathering and transmission impact manufacturing, human resource management, financing, and accounting. So what is not? This is also vital to keep track of consumer behavior. I mean, if you look at the demand side, market trend, demographics, competitor pricing, everything is depending on the information, and this information is immersed by using the very, very modern technologies, which is very quickly changing each and every moment. To add further, proper management of information can reduce cost of operation, inspire product innovation, help new market exploration, improve customer service, streamline administrative operation, and enhance competitive advantage in the marketplace. Now you see that everywhere information and technology is working. All considered together, both business and customers benefit from modern information technologies. So after uttering this very positive note, now let me talk some challenges which we have for the future generation, covering the current generation also. all deem exciting for the business world, but there is a dark side too. In particular, the impact of automation on business and society are uncertain. You see that I have placed a quotation of the Mr. President Kennedy. Kennedy has stated almost 50 years back, automation provides us with excellent increases of production and information, but does it tell us, he has asked this audience, what to do with the men, the machines, which is going to displace, sorry. Now, let me take one sentence from Mr. Stephen Hawking also. Very recently, I'll be telling that in 2017, in the summit of which is called Web Summit, he has mentioned many sentences, but which is very important for us. Artificial intelligence, which is popularly everybody, they are investing their coin. He has mentioned that artificial intelligence can be the worst or can be the best for the humanity. We must be careful for that. From this point of view alone, advancement of technology and information are cheered by one group of people who benefit from improving product quality, living standard, and creation of new jobs with specialization. But now the issue is that which one is important? Humanity is important, or soul development is important by sacrificing the even existence of humanity also. But another group of people jeer at it who are deeply concerned for massive job displacement. Dislocation and permanent job losses in the process of the so-called Peterian creative destruction. I believe that everybody has this very known theory, creative destruction. Some people, they are explaining it from the negative side, but some people, they are explaining from the positive side also. Let me take one example from Bangladesh. In 90s, when mobile came, one set of mobile was that almost $1,500. But because of the creative destruction, because of the innovation of the product in the line of the mobile, now one mobile, even it is available with $50. So you can say that this is the blessing of the creative destruction. This is the blessing of the new technology also. So positive side is there. I think all participants will agree with that. Negative side, I must not say. Rather, I should say that it is the challenge we have. But we cannot avoid the creative destruction. In light of the above, as technology keeps evolving, none in the business world can escape its timely adaptation. Business, governments, academicians, policymakers, workers, job seekers must learn how to adapt and apply the fast encroaching technologies and to properly utilize the evolving information. So this is the preferred time to make the decision, to take the action too. This is therefore the right time to research, discuss, and share ideas in conference, seminar, workshop on emerging information technologies. In this perspective, the University of California, most deserved thanks, has appropriately selected the forum titled as International Conference on Business and Information. In my sense, modern IT generates and transmits information to business in the contemporary world. So I am going to address not only the information, I will be adding one more word, it is the IT also. So I'll be trying to concentrate my talk on business, IT, and information also. Now, let me go back in 14th centuries. I would like to address this issue. Is it that information today important? Or other centuries also, they felt that information is equally important. So let me go back to the late 1400 centuries, since when the world politics and society at large had started changing in a significant way. Such changes sparked European business interest abroad. The European traders came notably to India, China, and the islands of Southeast Asia to gather information about spices, silks, and jewels. I think you are understanding from this sentence that before coming in this subcontinent, they have depended on the information, and of course it is the valid and reliable information. To do business in these distant places and to successfully compete with the powerful local traders, the Europeans changed their business model and focused on exploration of new sea routes to the east, invoking the then technological advancement for generating accurate business-related information. Somebody who has the knowledge about the business history, you know that in those days, in 1400 centuries, compass was one of the best innovation considered in that century. Astrolabe also considered one of the very important innovations. Now you see that they have come to this continent to compete solely depending on the information. Initially, they never came with the weapons to this subcontinent. So you see that information today is not considered only the very important part of our life. Even many, many years back also it was considered very important part of the penetration of market. The changes in the European business expedition were so extensive that some historians have referred to the period from 1400 to 1750 as the commercial revolution. During the period, for the necessity of the large amount of money, what is very interesting, I think you'll be getting this note from here, possibly everybody knows also, with the special organization and legal form, the new type of business organization called joint stock company originated from the previous chartered company. In 1595, the Dutch East India Company was established. Subsequently, a number of joint stock companies were established. Among them, the Dutch West India Company was particularly prominent. I think who are in the business school, you see that formation of the joint stock company, structure of the joint stock company, what was formed in 1400 century, we did not major changes of this organization structure. Still, we are following the organization structure, what is legally accepted under the concept of the joint stock company. The European introduced a standard system of monetary changes, concept of balance of trade, and new economic doctrine known as mercantilism. Earlier, all people, they did their business within their border only, but they have started to go outside. I mean, this is the birthplace of the international trade, you can say. To succeed in this venture, the European traders heavily relied on information generating emerging technology. Ladies and gentlemen, let me touch some revolution. This planet had experienced several revolutions relating to agriculture, commerce, industry, computer, and digital at different times. The agricultural revolution began in Great Britain around the turn of the 18th century. But many historians, they are telling that no, agricultural revolution started 10,000 BC, before Christ, when people has shifted their profession from the hunting to the harvesting. The Industrial Revolution occurred in the 19th century, introducing the assemble line to manufacturers for massive production, creating mass employment for low-skilled workers, and simplifying their tasks. In the 20th century, the computer revolution came. When we were the students, we saw that professor came in the department with the floppy disks. I'm talking about possibly it is the 80s. Then professor was telling that in a floppy disk, 5 books were there. We were surprising that how come 5 books, large books, were accommodated in a very simple floppy disk. So computer, they have started their journey with the Apple and Microsoft in the 70s. With the creation of the uncountable data, replacement of repetitive production tasks with machine and middle skill manufacturing and clerical occupations. During this period, job of high-level skilled workers were considered difficult to automate. But the 21st century, they have come with one more revolution, which is called the digital revolution, unleashed a new wave of advanced machinery, replacing the jobs of worker with old skill sets that became obsolete in the new business environment. Digital revolution offered many path-breaking technologies like predictive analytics, artificial intelligence, internet, nanotechnology, enhanced automation, robotics, etc. They, in fact, have vastly changed the landscape of the business, adding to both excitement and uncertainty. So there are two words, as I have mentioned at the introductory part, but they have to learn how to profitably apply them and how to deal with the disruptive uncertainty. I think it is clear that we cannot avoid it, but in front of us, we must think that we must apply it profitably. And secondly is that if there are some uncertainty will be coming, we must take the preparation how we can address it. In the point number 4, ladies and gentlemen, I'll be talking about the business, technology, and information integration. In an increasingly digital world, manufacturing and service sector have already started rapid transformation. To state the possible impending changes in this sector, let me share some of the expected changes in both sectors in Sri Lanka and Bangladesh. As you know that our economy, Sri Lanka and Bangladesh, they have different types of similarities. We are depending on the apparel, you are also depending on the textile and apparel. We are exporting the tea, you are also exporting the tea. We are exporting the fish, you are also exporting the fish. You are concentrating the service sector, Bangladesh is lagging behind, but we are also trying to cope up with the service sector. So what will be happening in the future? Let me give one example, not by reading out the total para. In America, there is a robot was innovated who are expert in the information technology, you know that, which is used in the textile sector. Now these robots is doing independent of all works, starting from the yarn to the ending to the garment sector. If this type of technology will be proven that practically it can be applicable country like Bangladesh and Sri Lanka. So what is the future who are working in the garment sector, textile sector, who does not have, if I take the example of the Bangladesh, no knowledge about the technology. If you look at the furniture sector, it is the repetitive work. You will be finding a lot of innovation is going in the furniture sector. Artificial intelligence, very important determinants for making the furniture suitable for the consumers. But in Bangladesh and Sri Lanka, who are working in the furniture sector? If I take the example of the Bangladesh, illiterate people, they don't have any knowledge even about the literacy. Artificial intelligence a long mile ahead, what they will be doing in the future. If you take the example of the service sector, totally it is depending on the data, information and knowledge. By sitting in Bangladesh, I was sitting in the dean's room I think half an hour back. They will be going to Bangladesh. What is the meaning of that? They want to offer the services from its university to the Bangladesh. Depending on what? Depending on the information. So all business sector, you'll be finding that dramatically will be changing in future. So what is the preparation we have? That is the importance process. In the shoe sector, in Bangladesh, leather sector is doing extraordinarily good. You'll be finding that most of the cottage industry, it is even not at the industrial revolution area also. Shoes are mostly produced in the house, cottage industry. Because philosophy of the industrial revolution was that to shift the business from the house to the industry. If artificial intelligence will be coming, different types of modern technology will be coming, we must welcome it. Because if America will do, Bangladesh will be competing with the shoe market also, but we must learn that how we are addressing it. We must take the preparation. We must give the knowledge to the people, how they will take the preparation and how they will be addressing this issue. Now, in this way, business definitely they need to reshape their philosophy, how they will be adjusting this. If you come to the points number 5, business to business relationship and information. In today's highly competitive and dynamic business environment, business to business relationship is extremely important. Very important word is the collaboration. Today, this university may collaborate with other university in USA and others. So collaboration also is the best way for surviving in the 21st century. So business to business relationship in that context very important with regard to relationship management, both intra and inter organizational information and deployment of the technology have a paramount role. In addition, trust, that is very important. Here some scientific research findings I have tried to place. Commitment, value creation are crucial variables in any relationship models. We may define trust as the extent to which a business organization believes that counterpart is honest, benevolent, and competent. Now the question is how can IT assist business to boost trust in the future? Earlier, you know that in international trade, people has imported something with the help of the letter of credit. Now LC almost it is dying because people very close with each other. I know American gentleman. So he's depending on, he trusts me. So without any LC, now international trade is being conducted. Internal use of information makes this business process more reliable by supporting decision making, production, planning, and quality management, ensuring scanning and monitoring of the internal and external process. Several studies highlighted that technology and information generated enables the seller to process information faster, more accurately, and more reliably to the customers. The other query is that either the higher investment in IT on the supply side leads to higher customer commitment. The proposition is that has been proven as the truth by Borowski. They showed that customer perceived IT investment as improvement in product and service quality in delivery. Earlier you see that dramatic change. Earlier, because of the trust, religious philosophy was considered. But now a customer is thinking that if you have a number of buildings, nobody will bring the trust. But in your office, if you are IT friendly, if you have the artificial intelligence, then customer may come from the South Africa or Latin America. They will be depending that yes, they have the capacity and they will trust on you. So shifting from the religious beliefs, now that they are depending that if somebody has the IT friendly, if they have the advancement, then put their trust also. The perception in turn leads to higher value proposition for customers. Finally, as IT can increase or improve speed, productivity, collaboration, communication, and coordination, and in new product development projects, business may achieve more value from their customer relationship through IT-driven internal efficiency. Now look at the service sector, although I failed to cover the all service sector. Now let me talk about the banking, financial industry, technology, and information. You see that in the banking sector, what is happening? Earlier, fraud forgery was checked by the human being. Sometimes if human being is biased, although money is paid, they fail to detect the fraud and forgery happened in the banking sector. Now different technologies came. Automatically, if fraud is there, it is detected by the machine. So you see that how replacement is done, and it is offered the virtual banking also, which is popularly called branchless banking. In the banking sector, you will be finding that employment will be drastically dropped in the future because of the, you can say that blessing or using of the different modes of information technology covering the artificial intelligence. Let me take again some quotation from the Bardben. They have defined, discussed, and suggested what I have mentioned earlier. In Bangladesh, what we have seen that different platforms are there. So with this platform, say I'm sitting in Dhaka, but no problem, I'm getting a customer from the remote area of Bangladesh. Here, this is the, summit of the policymaker, customers, suppliers, international players, and local players also. So human being, it is important. I will be saying that important. But importance, what is currently followed, this will not be continued. You are important. In tomorrow also you are also important, but we need to change ourselves. We need to become the IT savvy. Now let me talk few sentences about the workplace, although in between when I was talking, I talk about the workplace also. But let me tell some, taking the quotation from the McKinsey and others. This is obvious. I think we are understanding everybody that particularly young generation who are the student of this university, workplace in the near future will look nothing like the job market of 2019. In this respect, multiple views are there. McKinsey, they have done a research in early 2017 under the title of Harnessing Automation for a Future That Work, concluded that with current or soon available technology, 49% of work across, you see that statistics, 49% of work across 800 occupations, from entry level to high ranking executives, can be automated. Indian University, they have done a very nice research work. They have mentioned that machine is giving the more accurate diagnostic than human being, and accuracy is 40% more with 40% less cost. So why a patient will be going to the doctor? Because accuracy is more, when technology is being used, cost is less also. But Menika, who is the chief of the McKinsey research, she has given us some positive message that is, although innovation is there, overnight it will not be accepted by the audience, society. Society need to take the preparation. So say artificial intelligence is there, but if society is not ready to accept it, then definitely you will be finding that it will not be accepted. So it will be taking a couple of decades again. Now, which are very, uncertainty mode. If any work is the routine, repetitive, predictable, and highly skilled, in that case, you will be finding that we need to have the new types of knowledge and expertise, and we need to change this. But let me talk one sentence about the Bangladesh and Sri Lanka. But what is shocking in countries like Sri Lanka and Bangladesh, job losses will be significantly worse, as many organizations are labor intensive and the working people are not apparently well equipped with technology. As we cannot avoid the new technology along with generated information, we can prepare ourselves to face the unfolding challenges and turn them into fruitful opportunities. Now, emerging occupation. What I did before preparing this, emerging occupation, I have gone through the DEX research and I found that which are coming. Only we must not look at that negative side also. When computer has come, I think everybody, you can recall that, who are in my age, that everybody was telling that, people will be losing their jobs and they will be only practicing the meditation in their residence only. But what is the positive influence we have received? More jobs have been created. Now, digital revolution will not only take over the jobs, but it will also create new jobs. I certainly believe, I think most of the academician also believes that to be familiar with the emerging new occupation in the 21st century, extensive desk research methodology is being followed, which includes review of different international publications, local and international policies, related materials available offline and online. Sorry. Evidently, the future will be brighter for the workers equipped with new skill, technical professional, those who are technology savvy. The major new occupations that will emerge are computer-aided process, planning professionals, quality control professional, training professionals. To this effect, expertised in automated inspection, automated material and handling devices, artificial neutral network, numerical control system, robot operation management and resource planning. We are very much hopeful. We must welcome artificial intelligence, we must welcome virtual revolution. But thing is that we must take the preparation from today onwards. So list of the upcoming profession is listed here. I'm not going through, I think you will get it in the printed paper. So ladies and gentlemen, let me conclude my discussion in that way. We understand the effects of previous revolution relating to agriculture, industry and computer. For example, industrial revolution shifted manufacturing process from homes to the newly created factories. With every revolution, some skills were carried over, but most were adapted to new working conditions. The digital revolution will unleash a new wave of advanced machines and will automate complex tasks. In the increasingly digital business landscape, data, device, algorithm, sensors, and humans are the main players. These technologies are forcing workplace to change dramatically at alarming speeds. To spur innovation, productivity, and growth, we therefore need to ensure that everyone has the right skill for an increasingly digitized and globalized world. In this context, I mentioned earlier, business, users, workers, government, policymakers need to respond very positively and proactively. Enterprises need to welcome digital revolution to remain globally competitive by ensuring that manpower will keep up with the accelerating pace of changes. They need to invest overwhelmingly in introducing new technology and utilizing big data through mining information. ICT, that is also important. ICT generic skill are required to be learned by all members of the society so that all can use digital technology also. Current workers need to be reskilled. ICT foundation and high-level skills are becoming increasingly important in order to benefit from technological innovation in terms of better employment opportunities and higher salaries. Apart from this, ICT complementary soft skills such as leadership, communication, teamwork are required to be available of the evolving opportunities in the digital era. Government and policymakers need to play a very effective role. Both need to make sure that everyone can participate in and learn new skills through extending regulatory and policy support. Sector-wise comprehensive policies are needed to allow workers to upgrade their skills and help them move between jobs, avoiding skills mismatch. Public-private partnership may also play a greater role in this aspect, as public sector in Bangladesh, possibly in Sri Lanka also, they are not quite capable to change these lot of human beings into the very skilled human beings which are technological savvy. To be fruitful, investment in R&D, research and development. Here, let me say one sentence. Country like Bangladesh and others, Sri Lanka, they are making the different types of buildings. But in the research and technology, how much they are investing? German, they are investing almost more than 3% of their total budget. America, they have also 2.5 or something like that. China is coming forward for the investment in research and technology. So we must select our way. Either we will be doing the physical infrastructure or we will be making the human infrastructure. The day of prototypes are over. Innovation in process, product and commercialization can ensure success when a new business paradigm is emerging. Finally, Bangladesh and Sri Lanka have more symmetries as compared to the asymmetries on multiple fronts. Both countries can mutually benefit from technology and information synergy. Dear audience, Thank you very much for your kind attention. I hope that the message of this conference will go to the practice and will bring the betterment of the human being. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. We appreciate your valuable thoughts and ideas. In appreciation of the thoughts shared by the keynote speaker of ICBI 2019, now I would like to invite Chief Guest Professor Semasinga Disanayaka, Vice Chancellor, University of Kelaniya, accompanied by Dr. Narada Fernando, Dean, Faculty of Commerce and Management Studies, to present the token of appreciation to Professor Prashant Kumar Beneji. Thank you, sirs. Now, the time has come to thank you all who worked hard to make this conference a great success. So, I would like to invite Professor Susima Valigamage, Secretary, ICBI 2019, to deliver the vote of thanks.
Eminent psychologist Levins once said that there is no research without action and no action without research. I think the ICBI is an action towards generating new pathways and knowledge sharing ground. A very good morning to all distinguished guests and my dear fellow academia gathered here today to witness such a driving event theme as business transformation in emerging technology landscape. Marking the closure of another outstanding chapter of ICBI 2019, showing gratitude is the most simple and yet most powerful thing that I could do to the vast number of individuals who were behind these great efforts to make this event a success. First and foremost, I would like to convey my gratitude to Professor Semasinga Disanayaka, Vice Chancellor, University of Kelaniya, for the immense support and guidance given. Sir, without your support and strengths that back us all the time, none of this would have been possible. Thank you. Next, I would like to express my appreciations to Senior Professor Lakshman Senaviratna, Deputy Vice Chancellor, for the supports that he has shown throughout the way. I would also like to express my utmost thanks to Dr. Narada Fernando, Dean, Faculty of Commerce and Management Studies, and all department heads who have shown an immense support in a genuine effort to uplift the standard of the entire conference. It is also with profound honor that I make this moment an opportunity to thank Dr. Prashant Kumar Beneji, Professor and Director, Research Development Consultancy, Bangladesh Institute of Bank Management, who accepted our invitations to be the keynote speaker of the 10th ICBI. I'd also like to pay tribute to Senior Professor Sunil Chandra, Chairman, Research Council, for the strength you gave to this event, and also Dr. Sriyantha Fernando, Director, Center for Management Research, Faculty of Commerce and Management Studies, for his contribution and supports to the event. Senior Professor Dr. Chitra Ranjani and Dr. Ajit Medis, who started their contribution from the first ICBI in 2010 as the conference chair and as the coordinator respectively, have kept their commitment for this conference since the beginning. I am sincerely surprised at their inspiration, as even in this year, they both were driving forces working as conference chair and co-chair. Also, I should thanks to all chairs, co-chairs, coordinators, secretaries for the 2nd to 9th ICBIs. Thank you for all of you also. It is with high appreciation that I extend my heartfelt thanks to all respective deans of the other faculties, and also acting registrar and acting bursar and the librarian and all other invitees to the occasion. I'd also be grateful to thanks to the Professor PMC Tilakaratna, Dr. Ajit Medis, Dr. D.U. Mohan, and Dr. Nalaka Vikramasinghe for the immense support shown for the first ever plenary session what we're going to conduct in ICBI 2019. I would be failing in my duty if I do not thank all the plenary session panel members, technical and doctoral colloquium session chairs and panel members. I'd also like to humbly extend my gratitude to organizing committee who showed an immense contribution to make this event a huge success. The special thanks should go to Dr. M.M. Chamil, Editor-in-Chief and his editorial team, coordinators of plenary session, technical sessions and doctoral colloquium, all subcommittee leaders and technical committee and all other members. The cumulative effect of the whole team provided the synergetic effect. I'd like to convey my thanks to all other administrative and non-academic staff members who helped in numerous ways. Last but not least, I'd also like to show my whole heartfelt thanks to all the paper presenters and international paper presenters whom without this event would not have been a success at all. Finally, I turn to everyone whose names I may not mention here for their extraordinary commitments, where their enthusiasm and commitment make this event a success. And thank you very much for all of you, and I wish you all a pleasant day. Thank you.
Thank you, madam. Ladies and gentlemen, need to mention that refreshments will be available right outside the auditorium T2 hall. And right after the refreshment, plenary sessions will commence at 11:15 a.m. in following locations. Accounting and Finance session, S2 hall on the 2nd floor of this building. Marketing Management session, CPMG hall on the 2nd floor of this building. Business Technology and Entrepreneurship session, auditorium, FCMS, right in this place. Human Resource Management session, F11 hall on the 1st floor of this building.
Then the lunch will be served at the T2 hall. Following the lunch break, technical sessions will commence at 2 p.m. in following locations. Accounting and Finance, Economics, Panel A, S4 hall. Accounting, Finance and Economics, Panel B, S5 hall. Accounting, Finance and Economics, Panel C, S2 hall. Human Resource Management, Panel A, F11 hall. Human Resource Management, Panel B, MCOM room. Entrepreneurship, Small Business Management and Tourism's Faculty Boardroom, right opposite to this building. Marketing Management, CPMG hall. Operations Management, Innovation and Technology, M-Bus room. Doctoral Colloquium, Panel A, G3 hall. Doctoral Colloquium, Panel B, G5 hall. Doctoral Colloquium, Panel C, F13 hall. And finally, make sure you arrive and take your seats at this hall on or before 5 p.m. as we be starting certificate award ceremony at this place.
With that, we have come to the end of the inaugural ceremony. We wish you to have informative and fruitful day throughout the conference today. Thank you and have a nice day. Please rise for the national anthem.